Sauraj dhiraj tehi rata chaka. Valor and fortitude are the wheels of the chariot. We, moving forward in life, we need these two. We need courage and we need fortitude. Sauraj and dhiraj. Both are needed. If we have these two, we can lead our life with dignity. Satya Shila Drida Dvaja Pataka. Being firm, committed to Satya and Shila. Satya, truth. Never, like I told you in the morning class, I'm repeating again, never underestimate the power of truth. It will alone be victorious. We may not see it right now, but on connecting dots, the truth will be victorious. When we may not connect dots, falsehood may look victorious. Get this point very clear. There's a diagram. If you're not connecting them, you will not get the picture. So truth is like that. Sometimes when we see, we may not see it. False should look like probably successful, etc. But when you connect dots, you will see that false will fail. Truth will succeed. Karma, what is the, karan behind all this? All that way, if we start connecting, definitely truth alone is victorious. Satyameva jayate nanratam. Truth will be. So Satya should be a very important value committed to life. Satya. Satya Shila. Shila, good, pleasant conduct. Being pleasant natured. Being friendly. Being pleasant. In our talk, we must know to be pleasant in our communication. We should hold on to Satya, and in communication we must be friendly, pleasant. There are so many people in this world who are extremely friendly in their talks, but the base is not truth. The base could be flattery. Just to flatter you, people can say things which they don't mean. But flattering you, suppose let us say, fact, you didn't chant well. And I say you chanted very well. You have great potential. You are a nice guy. That's flattery. Understood? To make you feel good. Correct. Okay. So truth must be told, but we must say it in a pleasant way. Many people leave truth and they take this technique. Will be very nice externally, but truth is not there. They end up flattering people. And sad part is, there are some people who flatter and some people enjoy flattery. They feel good when others come and flatter them. Both are not nice. Flattery is not good. Feeling good when being flattered is not good. Love will do good. That is the power of love. When you love someone, the expression of love would be doing good to that person. Flattery will not do good. So we must be careful if someone is flattering us. Praising unnecessarily, complimenting when it is not even required. Probably it is not even there, but to compliment, that's flattery. Satya Shila. Shilatva is talking truth in a pleasant way and saying. Is not to win over somebody, just to make that person admire you, you have to say something. Or just to be in the good books of that person saying something. That is not correct. When one says, it should be truthful. Gurudev was giving a talk in Andhra Pradesh. Naturally, not many people there. It was not Chinmaya Mission talk. It was organized by Sangha Parivar. RSS has organized the talk, and Swamiji was talking. So not many people there could understand English. So there was somebody translating it. As Gurudev says, that person would translate it into Telugu. And the crowd started understanding when the translation came. They started understanding. And Gurudev could see their reactions, that they are actually understanding. And there were areas where the man took 2-3 words extra to explain that. He has said, but when you talk in vernacular, so you need to use the extra 2 or 3 words. He used those extra 2-3 words and he was conveying it. So it was a very good translation. You know how Gurudev complimented him? And he meant it. It's not flattery. He meant it. He said that was better than the original. You see, Shilatva. This is Shilatva. That was better than the original. You translated it better than what I spoke. Think, huh? The Shilatva is that very pleasant, reaching out, good conduct, pleasant nature, doing good for the person with whom you connect. Shilatva. So truth must be told, say it in a way that one registers. Say it in a way it remains in the head. Many a times, people say truth in a way, it doesn't do any good to anybody. When we speak truth, it should do good. So we must speak it in such a manner. So when the words come, covered, quoted, with love, truth spoken, but the truth has come from love, that will be pleasant. Pleasant natured that person will be. So make sure one is a pleasant natured person. For our kind of work, that is very, very important. We need to be pleasant natured. Sushila. So Satya, Shila, Drida, being firm, Dridam, in Satya and Shila are the flags. Dwaja, Pataka. Big flag and a small flag on a cart, chariot. He says, Satya and Shila are my flags. Valor and fortitude are the wheels. Truth and pleasant natured are my flags. Satya Shila Drida Dvaja Pataka. Bala Viveka Dama Parahita Ghore. Kṣamā kṛpā samatā raju jore. Bala Viveka Dama Parahita Ghore. Bala Viveka Dama Parahita. 4 horses which pulls the chariot. 4 horses which is pulling the chariot. He says Bala is 1 horse. Strength. Inner strength, physical strength, mental strength we need. We can't be a weakling physically, and definitely we can't be a weakling mentally. Physically, even if one is weak, it is karma of the body, prarabdha of the body, etc. But mentally we should not be weak. Keeping the mind mentally strong is the job of purushartha. Self-effort. Through self-effort, we must make the mind strong. So mental strength is very important. Physical strength, but mental strength is very important. Bala, be strong in life. You need to know this very clearly, understand. Kalam said, strength respects strength. It's a statement to be taught again and again. Strength respects strength. If there is a country which is powerful, that country will respect another country which is powerful. And that too, he said this when India made nuclear. When we created the nuclear weapon, the nuclear missile, when we got the nuclear power, there were criticism. People said why we should do and all that. And America did not like us having that power. So there were a lot of criticism on it. And one statement Kalam made, strength respects strength. We must be strong, otherwise nobody will respect. See, there are a couple of phases in India's recent history, if you see. Narasimha Rao coming to power was one change in history. India going nuclear power was one more step in the history. Narendra Modi becoming a prime minister is another step. Recent times, if you see, these are very important steps India has made, which has made a remarkable change in India. These are getting foundations. The world respected India only after that. When Kalam got the power, Americans started saying India has got the potential to be a superpower. Till then, what they were calling us, third world country. Third world country, third world nation. And once we had that bomb with us, we are not any less, we have opinion changed. In this world where we live, strength respects strength. Understand this clearly. If you are weak, you will perish. That is the world. Don't blame the world. Blame oneself for being weak. It's not blaming X, Y, Z. If I am weak, the world is made that way. If I am weak, I will perish. So no point blaming X, Y, Z, situation, various things. No. We are weak, we will perish. A tiger and a deer, which is strong? Which is strong? Tiger. If there is a fight between tiger and deer, who dies? Deer dies. If there is a fight between a tiger and a fox, which dies? Fox dies. If there is a fight between a fox and a hen, which dies? If there is a struggle between a hen and a worm, which dies? So who wins? You understand? The nature is made the world that way. The strong will win. But there is a strength which is called dharma. That is forgotten. People only think physical strength. It's not physical strength alone. When you are dharmic, there is a different kind of a strength. So that way, a combination of outer strength and inner strength. A tiger and a man who's powerful. Tiger is powerful. Man is... So which wins if there's a fight between tiger and a man? You have a gun in your hand. Huh? Has tiger ever put a man in a cage? Huh? Man is put in a cage by tiger. Tiger is walking around and checking us. Who puts a tiger in a cage? You understand? There we are strong mentally. So physical strength is there, but man has physical strength and intelligence which the tiger does not have. To the level of man, man can trap a tiger. Man is powerful. So when we live here, be strong. There is no option, my friend. You have to be strong. Whatever it takes to make you strong, we should do. Whatever it takes to make me strong, I must take it. This world is like that. You have to be strong. Then things can be achieved. A weakling would be only a liability to the team, not a performer. We want to be a performer in a team, we have to be strong. Think. And one can become strong. Physically, mentally, one can become strong. Physically, how do you become strong? Do some exercises. Check on your diet. Yoga. Do exercises, check the body, keep the body fit. To that extent, it is required. Going to a gym, regular exercises. Within a month or two, the body can get into a trimmed fitness. Physically, developing a body is easy. Mentally. How do you mentally become strong?
Control emotions.
There are two factors. Challenge.
Positive thinking.
Fine. Now, there are two things. I'll tell you one incident. This was in Bombay. I was studying in Sandipani. I was wearing white clothes that time. Gurudev was sitting outside in a Yajnishala. Below the stage, there was some performance happening on stage. Somebody was doing something. Some Yuva Kendra Mulund, I think. They were doing some cultural program. Gurudev was sitting down. I was sitting at his feet. I was so close to witness this. One person came. One brown envelope he gave. to Gurudev. Swamiji took that. Gurudev took it. He said, what is it? He didn't open. He said, what is it? Another standpoint of the economic policy. Budget or something was passed that time. There was some economic policies. He said another standpoint of seeing the economic policy. So Gurudev said, oh, thank you, thank you. He kept it. What does a saint like him need to know about another standpoint of interpreting the budget? Government has declared a budget and there was one economic policy, and here is someone giving him a view. You have to see it this way also. Why was he doing that? And why I am telling you this is the way in which he collected it. You know, he was sitting down like that. What is it? But the moment he said, the way in which the entire body language changed, and he came and said, oh, thank you, with a sense of great gratitude. He said, thank you, thank you. Because he can't read economic policy. Someone has to give him an update on it. So when there is an economic discussion, he knows about it. You understand? You are strong. Economic discussion happening, we are sitting quietly, not knowing what it is. What is our knowledge? We have to be knowledgeable. You become strong if you understand these two. One is the books which you read, Shastra. You must be well read. Vibhishan Gita, well read. Chinmaya Mission Pledge, well read. Guru Stotram, well read. Spiritual knowledge, well read. Worldly knowledge, widely read. Widely. You must read different varied topics. So we must be well read, we must be widely read. I need not know everything about it, but I should know about it. A bit, what that means. Shastra, I should be well read, because that's my subject. I have to master one in which I choose my life to be. In that I must master myself. Suppose you have taken music as your choice to live life. In music you must be well read. Sports, various other issues, widely read. The wide range you are reading it, but not mastering it. But you must be informed. I was like, a person giving this to Gurudev and he's taking it. He must have gone to the room, opened it up and read. Oh, okay, budget, this is another opinion. Widely read. That will make us strong. Otherwise, we will be looking at each other. Little informed person cannot be strong. Get it? You should be well informed. How can you be strong if you are so poorly informed? How do you have an advantage even in a discussion, in an interview? How can you have an advantage? Tell me, what is empowerment? In a group discussion, you will sit like this. How can you be strong? You have to be strong. Well read, widely read. Otherwise, this life is enough. You can play cricket in the evening with your own rules, live there and take a small job, continue a mediocre life and finish. That's not what we want. What kind of an youngster Gurudev wanted you to be? What kind of an youngster? Get that image clear. If Vivekananda was here, what kind of youngsters he wanted? What is the image? We must get there. Then we can make a difference. Think. Physically, mentally, we need to be strong. Otherwise, we will be left behind. Others will be going forward. I'll be seeing them going forward. And I will stay there. Have you gone inside staying there? We can admire that. That has also not happened because desires are there. Desires are not over. All I can say is those who have gone forward keep complaining about them. That's life. I'm not interested in all this. This is too worldly. I'm only spiritual. Go inside. Be still. Are you still like Ramana Maharshi? No. Get it? Tamas will find excuses not to do things. And that is one of the biggest enemies we have. Tamas. We need to fight it, conquer it. So strength is unavoidable. It is not an option. It is a must, mandatory. Saha viryam karavavahai. Together, let us do it. Saha viryam karavavahai. Strength is needed. So we need to develop. So one horse is strength, physical and mental strength. Bala, vibeka, discrimination, discriminative power, to understand what is required, what is not required. When you have to talk, let us say you're going to talk to the youth. Somewhere in school, college, you're going to address them, you're going to connect with them. How are you going to inspire them if worldly knowledge is not there? And the examples or the things which they connect, the things they admire, how would you connect to them? You should know about it, isn't it? Otherwise, your example would be outdated. Nobody wants to listen. I repeat again, if there are some people who are ready to listen, we don't want them. We need thinking. We need thinking people. Not somebody who will listen to everything you say, okay, nice. It's a long journey that way. So when you go to school, college, you should have that power with you to convince. You should know what they are. You go there and that guy, suppose he knows something more. Now how are you going to talk? Today all the school teachers have, this is one of the biggest challenges the school teachers have. Big challenge for school teachers. They go to a school to take a class and the student is more informed than the teacher. Because the student just Googles and he gets his answers. So if you have to go and teach, you should know more than the student at least. To teach. Because they have, the teachers are finding it extremely hard because you want to go say something and that guy will tell you 3 more examples because he has already Googled. He has understood that. Now where is the teacher? Now you expect the student to look up to the teacher? Will the student look up to the teacher? If the student is not looking up to the teacher, can the teaching be successful? You understand, we need to equip ourselves. exposure. Viveka, discriminative power to know what is essential, what is non-essential, what is required, what is not required, what is good, what is not good, what is right, what is not right. We need to know. Think. Equipping yourself is very, very important. If that is there, our judgment will be perfect. We will not make mistakes in judgment. If Viveka Shakti is strong, we will not make mistakes in judging. To make a judgment, you should know the topic correctly. You should know that subject well. Only then you can decide on it. If I am not informed about the topic, how can I judge? I have to depend on somebody. So on the world, if I go around and I have to make decisions, I should know the world. Vivek, second horse, which are very important. If you have that Viveka Shakti, one can achieve. Vivek, bala, viveka, dama, self-control. Self-control. If there is no self-control, we will not have freedom. We will be slaves, addicts, dependents. And when we live a life of dependent, we are always living a life of insecure. You are dependent, there is a threat. Insecure. When you feel insecure, you will compromise. Because that insecurity will make a person compromise. The feeling of being threatened, the feeling of being insecure will make one individual compromise. On the other hand, we have control over our senses. We are not an addict to the senses. We are a master of it. We could even forget the goal. That's why when you said, it will make me walk straight on the path, you're right. You will remember the goal. If self-control is there, goal will be in our head always. If self-control is not there, goal is forgotten. We will forget why we started. What are we doing? What is this meant for? All this forgotten. Somewhere we will relax and go away. Tamas takes over. Self-control is there, focus will be there. So that's important. That's the third horse. Bala, viveka, dama. Dama, self-control. Fourth horse, that's the third horse. Fourth horse, parahita. Service to others. The four horses he's saying. Strength, discriminative power, self-control, concern for others. Concern. What is devotion to the Supreme Self? Devotion to the people is you understand? Devotion to the people is. So how do we show devotion to the people? Serving. In what way we can serve? Most important, knowledge. Because material needs, there are many people doing it. Like for example, Chennai floods. when there was floods in Chennai, aeroplanes were floating. We have never seen floods like that. Can you imagine aeroplanes floating? What is the size of an aeroplane? It's floating. It's gone. Outside the compound of the aerodrome, it's gone to the neighboring field. That's the level of water. Lot of stuff came from Bangalore, from Kerala. Lot of help came. Towels, blankets, different things. This kind of a service everybody will do. Something happened, let us do. Heart feels, immediately everybody wants to give, and they'll all give. That is a kind of a service which will make a universal appeal. Everybody will contribute. Very few organizations started thinking, what would be the danger once the flood goes away? Breaking of an epidemic disease. What will happen? So to prevent that, if you are working, that person's work may not even be noticed as service. He is preparing people so that the epidemic doesn't happen. When epidemic happens, everybody will come and support. So effect, there are always people to serve. Preventing that effect, whatever is the cause, removing that, not many people will understand. Do you get this point? Because this is the field Chinmaya Mission is working. Where is Chinmaya Mission serving? We run few medical centers. We run 1 or 2 hospitals, diagnostic centers, few. We run very few orphanages, one in Kerala, one in Andhra. You understand? Orphanages are very less. Destitute homes are less. Harihara schools, only few people, few places we run. So where is Chinmaya Mission serving? Think. I want you to think. Because you're going to go and serve. You should be clear about this. Where are we serving? How many broken families would have increased? Number of broken families, divorce, orphanage. How many in number would have increased if there was no Ramakrishna mission? If there was no Chinmaya mission? If there was no Satya Sai Baba's organization? Ramana Maharishi? If these organizations were not there, like-minded similar organizations, if they are not there, imagine the increase of orphanage, increase of destitute homes, increase of broken families, increase of drug abuse. We do not have a drug rehabilitation center, but the values we are trying to reach through school, college, through various sources, prevents them from becoming a drug addict. But that will not be seen as service. Not all will understand. If someone got into drugs and you build a home, halfway house, and put them there and treat them out and send them back and they become normal citizens, great service done, no doubt. But that is visible service for everybody. We guide and guard people not to even go there. That service will not be noticed. Parahita, concern for people, we should know how this organization serves, in which we are members. What is the vision of this organization? How do we serve? If there are a group of people in a college who does not know anything about India, they think India is outdated country, India is useless, India can't do anything. We going and talking to them Hey, come on, our nation has given so many things. We still have the potential. We can still do better. In their minds, a slight reverence for India is sown in. That is service. That love for India will build from there in that person. And he will do something for the country, which you and I may not even notice. But love is such. Once you start loving, you will always do the best. So our area of service is at a very subtle level, not at a gross level. Subtle level, yes, not at gross level. So we must be very clear how and where we serve. Because our service is subtle, cause, not effect. Effect, there are many people serving. So parahita, we should know which area am I serving, what am I doing with it. So concern for others should come naturally, and we should know how we are doing. Bala, vibeka, dama, parahita are the horses. Concern for the fellow being. If someone is hungry, giving food is fine. Educating and empowering that person to live a life with self-respect and find a job and take up a job on his own is a much bigger responsibility. You get the point? Where we are serving. Otherwise, when people ask us, like it's a most insulting question people generally ask. Wherever, if they talk to us for a while, they ask us, what are your service projects? Everything we do is service project only. Everything we do. What is your service project? We want to build a university. Is that not a service project? What do we want to do in the university? Trying to regain the dignity of this land, which is lost. Trying to bring back the knowledge which is lost. Bring it back again to the forefront. It's a great service. Because these were the bests of India. The knowledge traditions of India are the best. But how many people will see building a university as a service to the country? Building a hospital is a service. Getting people married, giving a free thali is great service. What do you mean? That they can't stand up on their own and get married, that you have to do it? And what life they will lead after that? What service? 100 people, 100 young couples were brought and they got married and government gave this. What service is that? That they can't manage marriage itself. And if they can manage, live life with dignity, don't go for it. And if you can't manage, why do you want to get married? Get yourself in a position and then get married. Where is self-respect? We teach self-respect in this country. Making a person live. Value, art of man-making. This is service. Parahita. And it should be performed non-stop. There is no end for this. Continue and continue and continue. Over, because our motto is maximum. Maximum is I said something about it. What did I say? Maximum is endless attempts. Get this very clear. If you have to understand our motto, maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time, you have to understand that means endless efforts, attempts to serve. Parahita is endless attempts should be made to keep serving. Bala, vibeka, dama, parahita. Kṣamā, kṛpā, samatā, raju, jore. Kṣamā, forgiveness. Kṛpā, compassion. Samatā, balance of mind, we'll take up next session, and that would be at 11:30. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om.